At number 10, Gary Owen. After nearly 20 years of marriage, it was all over in an instant. Kenya Duke, wife of Gary Owens, filed for divorce in March this year, making allegations that her husband had been unfaithful in their marriage. After news broke of their divorce filing, Kenya took to her Instagram to imply that her husband had an affair with a woman from Dallas, someone who was mutual friends with Gary and reality star Claudia Jordan. In her now deleted Instagram post, Kenya sent a message to the woman that she calls Dallas, Texas, saying, quote, "Dallas, Texas, I have your info. I'm going to deal with you in a minute. I'm a little busy now. You can have him, but you can't disrespect me and my kids in the process. At Gary Owen Comedy, let her know that a storm is coming. You should know better. Married, not separated. Married." End quote. Kenya also followed this up with a message that was meant for her husband, where she said, quote, "All the energy you spend lying, acting, creating a fake narrative for these women that want to be me, you could have done it with a veggie burger and a glass of fake filtered water." End quote. To make matters messier, Claudia Jordan, who was allegedly mutual friends with Gary's mistress, took to her social media to clear her name in the scandal, saying that she doesn't have a friend from Dallas, implying that she doesn't know who this other woman is, and that she was not aware of any affair that Gary had been having. At number 9, Amber Heard. 2020 saw the messiness and chaos that was the libel case between Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, and The Sun publication. Through that trial, we learned a lot about Johnny and Amber's relationship behind the scenes, including the cheating that allegedly happened. Along with having been abusive towards Johnny Depp, she also allegedly had affairs with multiple people during their relationship. Some of the names that have been thrown around having had relationships with Amber are Cara Delevingne, Elon Musk, and James Franco. Apparently, Amber, Cara, and Elon once had a group affair in Johnny's downtown LA penthouse, and there's even video footage of Amber meeting with James Franco in 2016 where they went to the same LA penthouse. This all happened behind Johnny's back and in his own house. This trial unearthed so much information about their relationship turmoil, but the cheating was only just the tip of the iceberg. Now, before I go any further, I'd like to ask you guys to consider leaving a like on this video if you are enjoying it so far, and also check out my gaming channel Viper Girl if you're looking to enjoy some more awesome content, and subscribe while you're there. I post new videos daily, so there's always some fun going on over there. At number 8, Kevin Hunter Sr. In 2019, talk show host Wendy Williams exposed her husband for having a huge affair. Her 20-year marriage to husband Kevin Hunter was dissolved after he was accused of not only cheating on Wendy, but also fathering another woman's child. When reports broke of Kevin's affair with his massage therapist, revealing that his mistress had given birth to their child, Wendy said, "Enough is enough." When speaking out about the whole affair, Wendy said, quote, "Look, my husband had a full baby with a woman he was involved with for 15 years. Infidelity is one thing, a whole baby is a whole nother topic. A baby. I'm not changing Pampers, I want to be pampered. I learned from my mother how to make lemons into lemonade. What am I supposed to do? Stay in the house and cry all day?" End quote. Following this explosive divorce, Kevin issued an apology to his wife where he said, quote, "I'm not proud of my recent actions and take full responsibility and apologize to my wife, my family, and her amazing fans. I'm going through a time of self-reflection and I'm trying to right some wrongs." End quote. At number 7, Alex Rodriguez. Though they never got the chance to take that next step in their relationship, Alex Rodriguez and Jennifer Lopez had the intention to tie the knot. That is, until things got too messy to handle. In April of this year, the couple announced that they're going their separate ways, ending their 2-year engagement. This breakup announcement came following A-Rod's recent cheating scandal. Though he's been accused of infidelity in the past, this new scandal might have been the one to end it all. In January of this year, Alex was accused of cheating on his fiancée with reality TV star Madison LaCroix, and this came about after LaCroix was accused of having an affair with the former MLB player during a taping of a reality reunion show. Shortly after these allegations were thrown around, Madison admitted to having been in contact with A-Rod, insisting that their communications were innocent, saying that they never met up and never had any physical contact, saying, quote, "He's never physically cheated on his fiancée with me." A source close to Alex revealed that he had slid into Madison's DMs and they had exchanged some, quote, "thirsty photos." For now, this is all speculations, but the internet sleuths out there are pretty convinced that there was indeed an affair going on here. At number 6, Mariah Carey. In September 2020, singer Mariah Carey revealed in her memoir, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, that she had once been unfaithful to her first husband. In the book, Mariah wrote about how during her first marriage to music exec Tommy Mottola, she cheated on him with baseball star Derek Jeter. Mariah talked about how she felt trapped in her marriage because of the age difference and because her husband was controlling. This prompted her to seek out a temporary escape, and after meeting Derek at a dinner party in 1997, she bonded with him. Mariah also revealed that soon she and Derek started talking, leading to them having a quote, warm, slow, intoxicating kiss on Derek's roof. The singer said that after that kiss, they never went any further because she was still married, saying, quote, neither of us had wanted to cheapen our romance by cheating on my marriage, end quote. They waited until Mariah was single again to start out the romance once again.
Number 5. Ewan McGregor and Mary Elizabeth Winstead. The co-stars brought their on-screen romance into the real world after working together on the FX series Fargo. The pair appeared on season 3 of the anthology crime drama, which debuted in April of 2017. Only a month later, the actress announced on social media that she had split from her husband of 7 years, Riley Stearns. Following her separation, Winstead was spotted on a date, hooking up with McGregor in London, and cheating rumors were flying because although she was single, he was very much not. The train-spotting actor was still married to Eve Mavrakis at the time, with whom he shares 4 children. After the Emmy winner was spotted getting cozy with Winstead, fans began to wonder about the status of his marriage, but it wasn't until January of 2018 that his now ex-wife filed for divorce. But while the two managed to keep their romance relatively private, their relationship raised eyebrows even among their family members. In fact, in August of 2018, McGregor's daughter Clara had some strong feelings on the new relationship at the time. She took to Instagram to comment on a Mary Elizabeth Winstead fan page, quote, most beautiful and talented woman on earth? Oh man, y'all are delusional. This girl is a piece of trash. Wow. Number 4. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. Although it's been over for decades, Nicole Kidman's marriage to Tom Cruise is still one of Hollywood's most talked about relationships. Cruise met Nicole Kidman on the set of the movie Days of Thunder, and the pair were instantly smitten with one another, and they soon started engaging in a torrid love affair. But at the time of meeting, you guessed it, the Top Gun actor was still married to Mimi Rogers, whom he wed in 1987. As it became clear that the affair was more than just a simple fling, Tom divorced his first wife in February of 1990, and less than 1 year later, he exchanged vows with Nicole in December of 1990. They even adopted 2 children, Isabella Jane and Connor Anthony, and eventually went on to make 2 more movies together as a couple. But as we all know, their marriage was far from perfect, and they ended up splitting a decade later in 2001. Looking back on the divorce, Nicole said, quote, it took me a very long time to heal. It was a shock to my system. We were in a bubble, just the 2 of us. We became very dependent on one another. Number 3. Billy Crudup and Claire Danes. The massive scandal started in late 2003. Billy and his girlfriend of 8 years, Mary Louise Parker, who at the time was about 7 months pregnant with his son, broke up. The New York Post reported that the actor had moved on with his stage beauty co-star Claire Danes, who was only 24 at the time. In the summer of that year, the former co-stars had been spotted getting cozy all over New York City, and even had a very cute looking courtside date filled with PDA. But Billy wasn't the only cheater in that situation, as Claire also ended up breaking the heart of her longtime boyfriend Ben Lee to be with the actor. Their love affair didn't last long, however, and it's clear that all the heartbreak wasn't even worth it, because they ended up splitting up just 3 years later. Naturally, the ultra-private couple didn't discuss the reason behind their breakup, but the tabloids were happy to do so for them. Several magazines even claimed that Danes had left Billy for Hugh Dancy, but we'll never really know what happened. Years later, Claire said, quote, I was just in love with him and needed to explore that. I was 24, I didn't quite know what those consequences would be. Number 2. Morena Baccarin and Ben McKenzie. The Homeland actress furiously denied rumors that she had been cheating on her husband at the time, Austin Chick. But when she got pregnant by her Gotham co-star Ben McKenzie, there was very little she could do to cover it up. And just like that, the cheating rumors were confirmed. Although the actress tried to shut down the allegations, according to a TMZ report, the divorce papers filed in 2015 by Austin show that he claimed that he was still sharing a bed with Morena when she conceived Mackenzie's baby. She did get a happy ending though, and eventually gave birth to Mackenzie's daughter Frances in March of 2016, just 2 weeks before her divorce from Austin was finalized, and went on to marry Mackenzie in June the following year. But did she at least feel a little bad for sleeping with her co-star while she was married? Well, not really. In fact, she told People magazine that working with him on Gotham was wonderful. Quote, Ben's the sweetest. It's a very nice to work with your significant other, especially when you're pregnant, because you know you'll get some extra TLC and get taken care of. I mean, yeah, I guess that sounds nice if you can ignore the question of how they met. Number 1. John Malkovich and Michelle Pfeiffer. The legendary actor John Malkovich caused intense scandal both on and off the screen when it came to filming 1998's Dangerous Liaisons with his co-star Michelle Pfeiffer. At the time, the actor had been married to actress Glenn Headley for 6 years, but that completely fell apart in the midst of his affair with Michelle. Interestingly enough, even the film's director, Stephen Frears, said, quote, "Dangerous Liaisons is about betrayal and lies and relationships unraveling. It was one of those times where reality and art intersect. It was overwhelming to John. Even for a man who delights in bad behavior, that was a difficult time." Not to mention the fact that John's older brother, Danny, told Entertainment Weekly in 1993 that when the actor came home with Michelle, that was the happiest that he had ever seen him. But even though John and his ex-wife got divorced in 1988, the affair didn't last long either, and they reportedly broke up not long after. But apparently Malkovich took the breakup very hard and reportedly cried for a whole year. The two of them must have really had something special, because he told The Guardian in 2008, quote, "It's hard to believe Michelle Pfeiffer ever said hello to me." I mean, if you can forget about the fact that he cheated on his wife, it's still romantic the way he talks about Michelle.
Kicking off our list is Arnold Schwarzenegger. A bombshell was dropped when Arnold and his ex-wife announced their separation after 25 years back in 2011. But the most shocking thing was actually the reason why, and it was revealed that Arnold had an affair with their housekeeper, Mildred Patricia Benea. But it wasn't just a one-time thing. He was actually having a relationship with her outside of his marriage, to a point where they even had a secret child together in 1997. It literally sounds like a movie plot, I'm not gonna lie. Like having a secret child with someone else when you're married. The only good news of this whole situation is that Arnold was able to keep a healthy relationship with his son Joseph, who, by the way, is a spitting image of him. Literally twins. Both very muscular too. Moving on to number 9 is David Letterman. He was with his wife for over 20 years and married for less than 6 months when he admitted to having an affair with different women that worked for him. The worst part is he openly admitted it on air on his live talk show, which is incredibly awkward, specifically saying that he had sex with his longtime assistant Stephanie Burkett. The scandal all started because Stephanie's boyfriend, Joe Halderman, a producer at CBS, allegedly tried to extort Letterman for $2 million in exchange for his silence. So Letterman just took it into his own hands and decided to announce it on his show so that the truth would be known and he didn't have to pay anyone to keep his mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? But he and his wife are still together regardless of what happened, and he recently said that they are happier than ever. So cruising into number 8, we have Jay-Z. When Beyonce released her song Lemonade, she gave light on her marriage to Jay-Z. There was so much speculation on who Becky with the good hair was that it turned into a popular meme. The two of them remained quiet on the subject for a while until Jay-Z released a new album which was full of apologies to Beyonce and their daughter Blue. He eventually came clean during an interview and said that he had cheated and explains that they were able to work through it for the sake of their daughter. And they seem to be going strong. Signing in number 7 is Kris Jenner. I cover a lot of celebrity drama across our channels, and I'm not gonna lie, I never knew about this one. This one came as a complete shock to me when I was researching. Kris wrote a memoir in 2011, and in it she admitted to having an affair with her first husband, Rob Kardashian. Her memoir, titled Kris Jenner and All Things Kardashian, dished all the details where she revealed that she had an affair with a false name that she called Ryan. But her friend, Todd Waterman, later admitted during an interview that Ryan was actually him. When Kris was asked about this whole thing during an interview, she just strongly stated that her only regret in life was divorcing Rob Kardashian, who, if you don't know, did pass away. Swiping the number 6 spot is Kevin Hart. His cheating scandal got hella confusing to keep up with. When allegations first came out that he was cheating on his wife, Nico Parrish, he was in full denial. But then he got put in the middle of an extortion attempt. Someone allegedly was in possession of a video of him with another woman engaging in sexual activity, and they were going to expose him if they did not receive their money. But Kevin ended up posting a video on his Instagram where he apologized despite denying everything. He captioned it, "Sending so many apologies to my wife and kids. I gotta do better and I will. I'm not perfect and never have claimed to be. I love you all." During an interview after that, he did admit to the cheating. Sadly, this is not Kevin Hart's only cheating scandal. Halfway through the list at number 5 is Elizabeth Taylor. The actress was part of a huge Hollywood scandal all the way back in 1962. It was one of the most scandalous and iconic headlines made during the time. Paparazzi caught Elizabeth spending some romantic time with Richard Bertman on a private yacht. The first photo appeared in June of 1962 and people were shocked seeing as both of them had been married at the time. Elizabeth was married to her fourth husband at the time, Eddie Fisher, and Richard was married to his first wife, Sibel Williams. Once the pictures were out, the two of them left their marriages to be together. They became an iconic couple in Hollywood and got married only 1 year after the scandal on March 15, 1964. Their love story was legendary, but for all the wrong reasons. Here we are at number 4 with Hugh Grant. Even with photographic evidence, some actors are able to weasel their way out of the wrongdoings. But Hugh's photographs are not the typical kissing photo like anyone else on this list. Not only was he publicly outed for cheating on his girlfriend in 1995, he was also arrested because he had solicited an escort. His cheating scandal pictures, his mugshot, and hers. There is no way you're possibly talking yourself out of this one. Back then, Hugh Grant and his girlfriend Elizabeth Hurley were one of Hollywood's power couples, or so everyone thought. During the scandal, fans were shocked that Elizabeth actually stood by her man's side. It didn't last very long though, the damage had already been done and they split not too long after. Taking the number 3 spot is Kristen Stewart. Her scandal broke the hearts of many Twilight fans. She began dating her co-star and movie boyfriend Robert Pattinson while filming the Twilight series of movies. Fans were obsessed with their love story since they got to see it in the movies and also in real life. She ruined their love story when she was caught cheating with her Snow White and the Huntsman director Rupert Sanders. The paparazzi leaked the photos in 2012, which showed the two of them making out in a car and snuggling up together on a deserted hike. Not only was Kristen in a relationship, but so was Rupert. He was married to Liberty Ross and also had kids with her. Robert, Liberty, and fans were all heartbroken by the shocking scandal. Kristen issued a statement saying, "I'm deeply sorry for the hurt and embarrassment I've caused to those close to me and everyone this has affected. This momentary indiscretion has jeopardized the most important thing in my life, the person I love and respect the most, Rob." The two of them split not long after, and Rupert's wife filed for divorce the following year. Alright guys, at number 2 we have Marlon Wayans, the actor who made big waves in the acting industry when he starred in White Chicks back in 2004, one of my favorite movies to this day. However, I am not too pleased with the actor after learning about his cheating scandal. The scandal happened in 2012 when he had been dating his girlfriend and mother of his 2 children, Angelica Zachary, for 12 years. Pictures made headlines that showed Marlon kissing and caressing a mystery brunette on a private yacht in St. Barths. Some people were shocked while others stated that he's always had some commitment issues. During an interview with Wendy Williams before the scandal took place, he revealed that he and Angelica don't even live together, even though they have kids together. When asked why, he said, "I like to keep it fresh. When you live together, that's when the sweatpants and the cream on the face comes out and it kind of says you're not going to get some." How did he possibly explain this to his kids? He later admitted that once his kids found out about the cheating, they physically lashed out at him. Angelica decided to stick it out with him, but they ended up getting a divorce in 2013. Taking the number 1 spot is Kevin Hart. This one cut deep for me because he's one of my favorite comedians, so it's hard not losing any respect for him. Not only was Kevin married at the time of his cheating scandal, but his wife was actually pregnant. He was on a trip in Las Vegas when camera footage broke the internet showing the actor getting up close and personal with an exotic dancer. The footage was taken from a Vegas nightclub surveillance video. Once the footage was out there, Kevin came forward in a shocking Instagram video where he confessed his affair to his millions of followers to try and stop the mistress from trying to get money from him in exchange for her silence. At the time all of this was going on, his second wife was in her 3rd trimester of pregnancy. Turns out his wife was actually the mistress that broke up Kevin's first marriage, so their story is kind of a mess altogether. Kevin continued to publicly own up to his actions and apologize for his mistakes, which his wife actually forgave him for.
So many celebrities were caught cheating this year, it's absolutely insane. So here are the top 10 celebrity cheaters who destroyed their marriages in 2024. Chance the Rapper and his wife Kirsten Corley took to social media on April 3rd to announce that they're divorcing. They wrote, "After a period of separation, the two of us have arrived at the decision to part ways. We came to this decision amicably and with gratitude for the time we spent together. God has blessed us with two beautiful daughters who we will continue to raise together. Chance and Kirsten started dating in 2013 and went on to welcome two daughters, Kensley and Marley. As for their marriage, it's apparently been on the rocks for quite some time. Last year, a viral video went around of Chance at the 2023 Carnival in Jamaica, where he was seen grinding with dancers and getting very close to them. As you could probably guess, this led to a lot of backlash on social media. The video had people divided about whether or not he was cheating on Kirsten. It was such a big deal because Chance was pretty much known as a certified wife guy, which is a term for men who publicly praise their wives and brand themselves through their marriages. This is exactly what happened when Chance got married in 2019. He made it his mission to let the world know how happy they are together, but of course, we never really know what goes on in relationships. Moving on to Tori Spelling, who filed for divorce from Dean McDermott, her husband of nearly 18 years, on March 29th, just a few weeks shy of what would have been their 18th wedding anniversary. She identified June 17, 2023 as the date of separation due to irreconcilable differences. This is an interesting end for their relationship, considering how they started. Dean and Tori met on set of Lifetime's Mind Over Murder in 2005, only a year after Tori married her first husband, Charlie Shanian. Dean was also married at the time for more than a decade to Mary Jo Eustace, with whom he shares a son. Tori and Dean began cheating on their spouses the night they met. In fact, she wrote about the affair in her 2009 memoir. She said, "It was love at first sight. I fell so hard. Then I noticed he had a wedding ring. When someone asked, he pulled out photos of his children. And oh yeah, I had a husband too." So they ended up spending the night together despite the fact that they were both married. And she said she knew it was meant to be because when she woke up next to Dean the following day and had no regrets. The two of them got married and went on to have 4 children together before yet another cheating scandal rocked the relationship in 2013, this time with Dean and the nanny. So it was always a scandalous relationship no matter how you look at it. Next up we have Dylan Sprouse. The internet was shocked to see this scandal hit Hollywood's golden couple, who've been together for over 6 years. Model Barbara Palvin and actor Dylan Sprouse have been the center of controversy recently thanks to a TikTok that claimed Dylan cheated on his wife during his recent Cannes Film Festival. The anonymous TikToker claims that a prominent young female blogger has bragged about her involvement with him on social media, though without explicitly naming names. And sadly, this is not the first time Dylan has faced accusations of infidelity. His previous girlfriend, Dana Frazier, had publicly accused him of cheating during the relationship, a scandal that ultimately led to their breakup. After that relationship ended, he went on to date and eventually marry Barbara, which led to some people even calling her a homewrecker. And even since then, their marriage has been closely followed by fans who have watched their love story unfold over the course of more than 6 years. The couple tied the knot in a lavish wedding in Hungary last summer, which was widely covered by the media. So it's no surprise that scandal comes as a shocking blow to their loyal fanbase, who've championed their relationship as a shining example of Hollywood romance. Moving on to Sacha Baron Cohen. He and his wife Isla Fisher shared a joint statement to their Instagram story to announce their divorce publicly. They wrote, "After a long tennis match lasting over 20 years, we are finally putting our rackets down. In 2023, we jointly filed to end our marriage. We've always prioritized our privacy and have been quietly working through this change. We forever share in our devotion and love for our children. We sincerely appreciate respecting our family's wish for privacy." After the two of them announced they were ending their marriage, an insider claimed that Sacha had been talking to divorce lawyers in the summer of 2023. Apparently, it wasn't the first time they explored a possible split, because they also reached out to divorce lawyers several years ago. So whatever their issues, they have been going on for quite a while. Sacha and Isla first met at a 2001 party in Sydney, years before either of them became famous. They then married on March 15th in 2010. Although they had been together for more than 20 years, it's clear they just couldn't make it work. Next up we have Olivia Wilde. After a 7-year engagement, she and her husband Jason Sudeikis announced that they had separated in November 2020. Like most celebrity couples that live in the public eye, their divorce is very messy, and so is their big public breakup and bitter custody battle over their 2 young children. But it seems like these two are still at each other's throats, which may or may not be due to the fact that Olivia allegedly cheated on Jason with Harry Styles, which is one of the main reasons for their split. In fact, it was heavily implied the two of them had been having an affair for around a month before the breakup, and what made it worse was that Jason reportedly didn't realize it was happening and even brought their children to visit the set. And just last month, when Olivia was presenting on the stage of CinemaCon, the actress and director was faced with a bitter surprise when she was served custody papers halfway through her talk. She later told Variety, "I hated that this nastiness distracted from the work of so many different people and the studio that I was up there representing to try to sabotage. That was really vicious. But you know, sadly, it was not something that was entirely surprising to me. I mean, there's a reason I left that relationship, so that really says it all."
At number 5, Dominic West. In the fall of 2020, actor Dominic West shocked a lot of people, including his wife, when photos surfaced online of him getting a little too close with actress Lily James. The leaked images showed the actor ringless on an outing with his co-star in Rome. He was spotted kissing and caressing the actress, and there were sources claiming that he and Lily had shared a hotel room as well. When reports of this alleged affair came out, a source close to Dominic's wife, Catherine, said that she was, quote, devastated and heartbroken, going on to say that she believed that she and her husband had a good marriage. This scandal, however, took a turn just days after the story first broke, as Dominic and his wife were spotted together kissing in front of paparazzi, and the couple even released a handwritten note to news outlets saying, quote, our marriage is strong and we are very much still together, end quote. When confronted about the whole affair, Lily James said that she was mortified to learn that her co-star was married, saying that while they were together, Dominic was acting very flirtatious around her. Everyone was confused by the situation, but what do you guys think of this cheating scandal? Leave me your thoughts down in the comments. At number 4, Offset. People say that rappers Cardi B and Offset have a toxic relationship because of how many times Offset has cheated. Though they've been married for over 3 years and have a daughter together, that apparently doesn't stop Offset from seeking comfort elsewhere. Last year, Cardi even filed for divorce from Offset because of his infidelity, though they later got back together after he spoiled her for her birthday, buying her a $300,000 car and dedicating a billboard to her. Offset has had a few cheating scandals over the course of his relationship with Cardi. In 2018, about a year after the couple got married in secret, Offset faced rumors that he had cheated on Cardi and even made an adult film with another woman. Back in 2020, he faced more allegations where it was rumored that he even fathered a child during this affair. Though they continue to find their way back to each other, one has to wonder, will this happen again? At number 3, Kanye West. 2021 has been a rough year for Kim and Kanye. The couple announced early this year that they were divorcing, but this was also followed up with some cheating rumors as well. For a little while there, at the beginning of the year, the internet was swarming with rumors that Kanye had cheated on his wife with YouTuber and makeup mogul Jeffree Star. Though those allegations were denied, some others have popped up saying that Kanye was allegedly actively looking to cheat on Kim. Reality TV star Claudia Jordan alleged that the rapper, quote, tried to hook up with her while still in a relationship with Kim. During an appearance on a talk show, Claudia said, quote, he tried years ago. Me and Nicki Chu were in the club. They shut the door. I met him before and you know what? I hung out with Kim as well. And because of girl code, I couldn't do it. Let's just say that, end quote. Because of this allegation, maybe there are other people out there with similar stories. Other people have claimed online to have had affairs with Kanye, but none of those have been confirmed. At number 2, Tristan Thompson. Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson have certainly had their ups and downs in their very difficult relationship. Cheating was apparently always apparent in their relationship since it was believed that Tristan was cheating on his ex with Khloe when they first got together, so the infidelity in their relationship was apparent from the get-go. Things were seemingly going well for them in the beginning, with Khloe and Tristan even welcoming a new baby together, but in April 2018, just shortly before their daughter True was born, photos of Tristan appearing to cheat were leaked, and TMZ leaked footage from 2017 showing Tristan kissing other women at a club. This was a huge deal, especially as this all came out around the birth of their daughter and tensions were sky high. Things died down after a couple weeks as they turned their focus towards their new baby, but later in 2019, more cheating allegations came out detailing how he had been caught cheating on Khloe again, this time with their longtime family friend Jordan Woods. This was supposedly the nail in their relationship's coffin, but now in 2021, there have been reports saying that Khloe and Tristan are back together. There's rumor that the couple have reconciled and are apparently engaged to be married. Khloe has been spotted with a pretty big rock on her finger, so hopefully this means that the infidelity is done with. But unfortunately, you never really know. And finally, at number 1, Mike Cosson. After their 2016 cheating scandal and years of trying to make their marriage work, football player Mike Cosson and his wife, singer and actress Jana Kramer, have called it quits on their marriage. Jana took to her social media in late April to announce their split, saying, quote, it's time. As I try to make sense of a reality I never wanted to believe could be possible again, those words have now become a reality. I fought, y'all. I loved hard, I've forgiven, I put the work in, I've given everything I have, and now I have nothing else to give, end quote. Jana also cited, quote, inappropriate marital conduct, irreconcilable differences, and adultery as reasons for their divorce. The pair briefly split up in 2016 following a cheating scandal where Mike's infidelity and sex addiction were brought to light, and though they reconciled shortly after that scandal, it seems as though they weren't able to make things work long term. more.
Number 10. Will Smith and Margot Robbie. In 2013, Star magazine published a bombshell allegation that Will Smith was caught cheating with his co-star Margot Robbie when they worked together on the movie Focus. The report actually claimed that in photo booth pictures that they found and published on their cover, Will appeared to be shirtless and Margot lifted up her own shirt to reveal her lingerie. The magazine also claimed that after they pulled the curtain back to take the pictures, they were getting very touchy-feely with each other in the dark. The scandal was massive at the time because Will is married to Jada Pinkett Smith, and back then they had yet to admit to having an open relationship. But the rumors soon died down as E! News revealed that the pictures were commissioned by production and that the entire cast and crew saw them being taken. It also came out that Will and Margot are absolutely just friends and there was nothing else going on between them. Even Margot was quick to deny everything on Twitter. Quote, "There's absolutely no truth to the ridiculous rumor. It's disappointing that goofing around on set could be taken so out of context." Well, people do tend to jump to conclusions. Number 9. Dominic West and Lily James. The actors were at the height of scandal when they were photographed getting cozy in Rome, all while filming their new series The Pursuit of Love in 2020. The pictures show the stars kissing, sitting at a cafe, standing on the Spanish steps, and riding tandem on a scooter looking very much to be on a date. Although Lily was single at the time, Dominic has been married to Catherine Fitzgerald for 10 years, and they have 4 children together. A source told The Sun that when Catherine saw the pictures, she was devastated and tried to get a hold of her husband, but he wasn't answering his phone. She was reportedly shocked by the whole thing because she didn't realize anything was going on. But only a few days later, there was a photo taken out the front of the couple's home with a note saying, "Our marriage is strong and we're very much still together. Thank you." Since the incident, James has kept quiet and cancelled various interviews to promote her latest film Rebecca, which is probably a good decision considering the fact that both parties have not yet publicly talked about their affair since it occurred. Number 8. Chad Michael Murray and Paris Hilton. In 2003, Chad Michael Murray and Sophia Bush fell in love while filming the TV series One Tree Hill. 2 years later, they were married. However, they separated just 5 months later when rumors swirled that Chad had cheated on his wife with Paris Hilton, his co-star on the film House of Wax. During the time he and Paris both worked on the horror film together, they reportedly had an affair, according to Backstreet Boy Nick Carter, who was dating Paris at the time. But after separating, Chad and Sophia still had to keep working together for another 3 years on One Tree Hill. If that's not awkward, I don't know what is. It wasn't until 2011 that the actor decided to rethink the way in which he was living his whole life. Quote, "When you're young and you're thrown into something that I was definitely not ready for, I'm human and I screw up." But his ex-wife definitely took the whole affair much harder, and it's clear that his actions really affected her in the long term. In 2017, she wrote in Cosmopolitan that the scandal was a massive event in her life and the trauma of it was amplified by how public it became. She has also said that she feels the marriage was a joke and it did nothing but reduce her to a Hollywood statistic. Ouch. Number 7. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Jen and Brad got married in 2000 in a lavish Malibu wedding and things were perfect for the Hollywood it couple until they suddenly announced their divorce in 2005. What happened exactly? Well, long story short is Brad met Angelina for the first time on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and the rest is history. Apparently the movie was filled with so much romantic tension, it was impossible for the two stars not to fall for each other. I mean, Mr. and Mrs. Smith is probably the sexiest spy movie to ever exist, so it's easy to see how everything went down. But the problem was that Brad was still married to Jen. But he didn't let that stop him, and they allegedly still got together despite his marriage. To add insult to injury, he said about his marriage to Jen, quote, "I was trying to pretend the marriage was something that it wasn't. I'm satisfied with making true choices and finding the woman I love, Angie, and building a family that I love so much." That sounds pretty harsh, but it turned out that Brad and Angelina's relationship wasn't just a fling, and they actually went on to date for many years and had a large family before finally getting married in 2014. The love triangle was one of the biggest celebrity scandals of the early 2000s, and it still dominates the tabloids to this day. Number 6. Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher. The actress and writer Carrie Fisher was never one to hold back when she had something to say, and in 2016 she shared a fascinating piece of history in her own memoir called The Princess Diarist. According to Carrie, she had a brief but very intense affair with her Star Wars co-star Harrison Ford while they were filming the movie in 1976. But what's really quite troubling is that People magazine reported that she was just 19 years old when the 3-month affair took place. While Harrison was 36 years old and married to his wife of 15 years, Mary Marquardt. To make matters worse, the couple also shared 2 kids together. In terms of sneaking around, Carrie actually said, quote, "It was Han and Leia during the week and Carrie and Harrison during the weekend." She also explained to The Guardian that the affair between them had eventually come down to unreciprocated love. She said that she'll always feel something for him. The Star Wars actress was so young at the time that they got together, and although she must have known it was wrong, it's hard to say that the blame rests completely on her. What's even sadder is that after Carrie died in 2016, Harrison never fully confessed to the affair, probably more out of shame for cheating on his wife.
Halfway through our list at number 5 is Jude Law. He and Sienna Miller were once one of Hollywood's it couples, but then he got exposed for cheating on her. His story hit closer to home, literally, because he cheated on Sienna with their children's nanny. The affair happened in 2006 and he admitted to cheating with her nanny Daisy Wright, which was happening on the regular. He ended up releasing a public apology to her, and Sienna spoke up about it, saying that it was a private moment where she had to get her heart broken in front of the entire world. But at the same time, had he not been exposed, she may have never found out that this was even happening. So it's kind of like a blessing in disguise, but that would frickin' suck. Oh my god, I would hate going through that in the public eye. Rolling at number 4 is Hugh Grant. Cheating is not illegal, but it is when you are doing it in a public place. The actor was arrested back in 1995 when he was caught having sex in public with a prostitute who he paid, apparently, this is details, I don't know how I know this, it was in this article. He paid $60 for her to perform oral sex on him. Just thought I should let you guys know in on exactly what happened. That was a scandal in itself, but what made it worse was that he had a girlfriend at the time. He was actually dating Elizabeth Hurley. Despite the cheating though, she did stick around with him for 5 years after that. However, they eventually broke up. She was able to move forward and make a joke about it on her show The Royals. Her character hired a male escort who called himself Huge Grant. That's the best revenge right there. In the 3rd spot is Kristen Stewart. The Twilight actress was on top of the world when dating her co-star Robert Pattinson. But then she got exposed and sent the world into a giant frenzy, just breaking a ton of Twilight fan hearts. And Rob's, of course. She was dating her Twilight love interest in real life when the paparazzi exposed her for cheating on him. In August 2011, pictures surfaced of Kristen making out with another man. But what made the scandal so spicy was that she was making out with her Snow White and the Huntsman film director, Rupert Sanders. He was 41 years old at the time and Kristen was only 22, and he was married to Liberty Ross and fathered her 2 children. Her steamy makeup pictures were just everywhere. They were all over the internet, and she didn't know what else to do but issue a public apology. However, they were not able to bounce back from this one. Making his way into number 2 is Tristan Thompson. He got busted for cheating on more than one occasion. The first time was when his girlfriend Khloe Kardashian was in the hospital about to literally physically give birth to their child. Like she was in the delivery room. Security footage leaked online showing him kissing another woman in a nightclub more than one time. Other video footage showed him going into a hotel with the same woman that he was kissing in the club. Khloe forgave him and stuck by his side, but then later down the road it was revealed that he cheated again with Kylie Jenner's best friend Jordan Woods, who was like a younger sister to Khloe. Poor Khloe. This guy sucks. Earning number 1 place is Tiger Woods. His divorce was one of the most explosive divorces in celebrity history. It was Thanksgiving in 2009 when his entire life changed because news broke that he had been cheating. It was this explosive event between him and his wife. After she found out that he was a serial cheater, she chased him out of the house with a golf club, hit him, like knocked him unconscious, and then smashed up his Escalade. Turns out he was cheating with multiple women, but one in particular, Rachel Uchitel. His wife took his phone while he was sleeping and texted Rachel pretending to be him and got all the details of the affair that she needed. He ended up doing an interview where he took full responsibility for being unfaithful. Not that it changes anything, but alright. Starting off our list at number 10 is Ashton Kutcher. Don't freak out, the actor didn't cheat on his wife and mother of his children, Mila Kunis. He actually cheated on his wife that came before her, Demi Moore. The actress was 16 years older than Ashton and had 3 teenage girls when they first got together. When they got married, he was only 25 years old. The age difference had rumors flying that there was trouble in paradise when it came to their marriage. The majority of rumors were that Ashton was cheating on Demi with multiple different women. The rumors may not have stuck, but but one alleged hookup sure did when there was proof. Paparazzi captured pictures of Ashton leaving his hotel, the Roosevelt, with Sarah Leal in the car with him. After the pictures surfaced, Sarah came forward with the truth, saying that they hooked up in a hot tub in September 2011 on his 6-year anniversary with Moore. During an interview with The Sun, she stated, and I quote, "We had sex twice, everything felt natural, we were having a good time, one thing led to another. He was good, it wasn't weird or perverted or creepy. I was attracted to him and he was attracted to me." She also went on to say that Ashton told her he was separated from Demi at the time when they hooked up. Needless to say, Ashton and Demi officially divorced not long after the truth came out. At number 9 is LeAnn Rimes. She's known for a bit of everything, acting, singing, and she's even recognized now as an author. She is a triple threat. However, one thing she isn't very good at is being faithful to her husband. Her cheating scandal caused a lot of controversy when photos of her kissing her co-star Eddie Cibrian at a romantic dinner together. Turns out Eddie was married too. The scandal made headlines back in 2009 when the footage was leaked from a restaurant security camera. The photo snapshots show the two actors holding hands, kissing, and cuddling up next to each other. Rimes was married to Dean Shermitt since 2002, and Eddie was married to Brandi Glanville since 2001 and even had 2 kids with her. Once both of their spouses were made aware of the cheating, they both pulled the plug on their marriage. LeAnn and Eddie eventually married each other in 2011. How romantic. Taking over the number 8 spot is Balthazar Getty. Most people remember this scandal because the picture went viral of the famous topless holiday cheating scandal. Back in 2008, the actor's career was in its prime when he starred in Brothers and Sisters. Not only was his career going well, but so was his marriage. He had a long-term marriage with his wife Rosetta Getty, and the two of them even had 4 children together. That was quickly ruined when he was caught having an affair with Sienna Miller. They were caught together in Italy on a vacation when topless photos of Sienna made headlines. Getty and his wife separated for 2 years after the incident, but decided to work things out. The actor and his wife opened up during an interview with People magazine and said that it actually made their marriage stronger. As for Sienna, she later dated Jude Law, who ended up cheating on her with their nanny. Karma? At number 7, we have Katharine McPhee. Her career first started in the music industry when she came in 2nd place during her season on American Idol. She later transitioned into the acting world when she landed a starring role on the television series Smash in 2012. During her time on the show, paparazzi managed to get some photos of Katharine and the director of the series, Michael Morris, kissing, which definitely wasn't part of her job description. Both of them were guilty because they were both married at the time. Michael was married to the mother of his 3 children, and Katharine had been married to a man named Nick Kokos for 5 years at that point. Her husband ended up filing for divorce, and the paperwork was finalized in 2014. Swiping the number 6 spot is Ryan Phillippe. For a long time, the actor was married to Reese Witherspoon, and they were one of Hollywood's most admired couples. They got married in 1999 and were together until 2006, where they had 2 kids together, a daughter and a son. The couple always came across as having the perfect relationship, which is why people were stunned when Ryan was photographed kissing another woman while he was still married to Reese. Photos made headlines of Ryan and the Australian beauty Abby Cornish having a public makeout session. In 2007, Ryan and Reese divorced as a result of the cheating scandal, and eventually Ryan spoke openly on his romance with his mistress. The two of them continued to be in a relationship together until 2010.
On to Jada Pinkett Smith. Musician August Alsina brought the Smiths' relationship into the spotlight in July 2020 when he revealed that he was romantically involved with Pinkett Smith, and that Will knew about the whole time and had even given them his blessing. Though Jada initially denied the claims, she eventually confessed to being in an entanglement with August when she and her husband were separated. Quote, "We decided we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy." Smith said this during an appearance on Red Table Talk in July 2020. They both went on to the talk show together, and in a heartbreaking episode, Jada told Will how she came to be romantically involved with August and how he made her feel special because of what was lacking in the relationship at the time. Will took the whole thing like a champion, but the clip went viral online because he looked on the verge of tears the whole time Jada was talking. Looking back on that moment now, it almost hurts to watch. Next up, we have Gerard Pique. In June of 2022, Barcelona and Spain football star Gerard Pique's high-profile marriage to Colombian star Shakira allegedly ended due to his unfaithfulness. A few days later, Shakira and Pique confirmed that they had in fact called it quits. According to Spanish newspaper Marca, the other woman was 23-year-old Clara Chia, who was dating one of his friends at the time. Pique was allegedly smitten the first time he saw her, and they exchanged phone numbers and started dating in secret. Now new details have emerged that they may have been cheating on Shakira as far back as 2012 with Israeli supermodel Bar Raffaelli, who also happens to be Leonardo DiCaprio's ex-girlfriend. The affair was exposed when Shakira found messages detailing their intimate encounters. When she was asked about Pique being linked to another woman, she told Elle magazine, "I can only say that I put everything I had into this relationship and my family," and pointed out that although she chose her marriage over her career, sadly it still didn't work out. On to Ime Udoka. Actress Nia Long had been in a relationship with Celtics coach Ime Udoka for well over a decade, and the two share a 10-year-old son. Just 2 weeks before they planned to move their family to Boston, where they were house hunting, Nia learned about his betrayal. It turns out her fiance was having an affair with a married front office staffer. It was Ime who reportedly came clean to the actress about the affair, because news of his infidelity was about to be made public. On September 22nd, the Boston Celtics announced the coach had been suspended for the 2022-2023 season for violating its team rules. Nia then released a statement addressing her heartbreak, saying, "The outpouring of love and support from family, friends, and the community during this difficult time means so much to me." Ime also released a statement saying, "I want to apologize to our players, fans, the entire Celtics organization, and my family for letting them all down. I am so sorry for putting the team in this difficult situation, and I accept the team's decision." Well, that was pretty bad. The next couple also went through a similar situation, although it was a lot more quiet. Around the same time, Emily Ratajkowski filed for divorce from film producer husband Sebastian in Manhattan Supreme Court after 4 years of marriage. Back in July, a source close to Mala confirmed that the couple had broken up because of his infidelity. Quote, "He cheated. He's a serial cheater. It's so gross. He's a dog." Although Emily hasn't spoken out directly about her personal life, she's removed both her engagement ring and wedding band and has been photographed without the jewelry for at least 3 weeks. She chose not to trash Sebastian publicly, but instead subtly confirmed the rumors by several tweets, including one, "Finally free from that man just proves that God is actually very real." In truth, everyone was especially surprised that Emily got cheated on given her insane beauty and supermodel status. Pretty soon the internet flooded with women in despair saying things like, "Well, if Emily got cheated on, then no one is safe." And lastly, we have Adam Levine. The Maroon 5 frontman has been married to his Victoria's Secret supermodel wife Behati Prinsloo for almost a decade. The couple have 2 children together and another one on the way. But that all came crashing down when an Instagram model named Summer Stroh went on TikTok and posted a video called "Having an Affair with a Man Who's Married to a Victoria's Secret Model," which basically is a whole video confessing that they had been in a relationship with Adam Levine for a whole year. She's also come through with a whopping amount of evidence and posted a series of DMs that Adam sent her on Instagram. To make matters even worse, several months after the affair, Adam DM'd Summer out of the blue asking if she'd be okay with him naming his baby after her. This news was perhaps one of the biggest cheating scandals of the year, and so far another 4 women have come out claiming to have been involved with the singer at one point or another.